Hi guys, welcome to Nickys Makeup and Beauty Tutorials. So today we're just going to do an everyday foundation look that you can use on the run. It's not that complicated, we're just using a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of foundation and blush. So without further ado, let's get into it. Also, if you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button down below. If you want me to do other content, just let me know in the comments. And leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying the video. So let's get started. The first thing I like to do whenever I do my foundation is obviously I'll wash my face and I will moisturize. The next thing I will do is I'll go in with a primer. I'm using MAC Prep and Prime, their Natural Radiance. My undertone is pink. So what I want to do is just take a little bit on my fingers. Just like that. And I rub it on my fingertips and I just slowly massage it into the face. So circular motions and I just rub it in. I prefer more moisturizing primer just because I tend to get quite a few dry patches. Also, what I look for in a primer is that it feels very tacky. So for me, my foundation just seems to go on a little bit easier and it just sticks a lot nicer to the skin. Next, I'm going to go in with my foundation. I am using Studio Sculpt by MAC. I am in the shade NW15. I'm going to take a little bit on my hand. Now, the trick with foundation is you can build up coverage, but blending is always key. I start with a decent amount. I'm going to actually go in with my foundation brush, which is this. It's just a MAC brush. I then take some and I dab it on my face. I then blend in circular motions, just dragging the product, blending in circular motions. And always blend to the ear and I will drag it down. I do always find you can start off with less foundation. You can always build it up if you're not happy with your coverage, but if you add too much it becomes a bit difficult to blend and it can just end up caking and creasing quite badly throughout the day. I also like to take foundation onto my lids very lightly and that just primes my lids for the eyeshadow. So as you can see, we're all blended out. Okay, next I'm going to go in with concealer to hide dark circles. I go in with a MAC 242, it's just a little synthetic brush. And the concealer I'm using today is Studio Finish Concealer. It's in the same shade, NW15. Less is always more. And go. Now you can pat this out with a sponge or even your finger. I found that with the pot concealers, the warmth of the finger also quite helps blending it in quite nicely. Okay. pat it. Now, always you can use a sponge, and the nice thing about makeup is nothing is set in stone. Okay. Now that just conceals all your dark circles. Next, I'm going to take a powder brush and I'm just going to set everything. This just prevents creasing. And I'm just going to bake where I have placed my concealer. All baking is you're taking a large amount of powder and you're setting the foundation or the concealer using the powder. The rest of the face I just lightly take powder and dust it over. Now, if like me you like to use liquid lipsticks, it's right about now where I would go in with some form of nourishment on my lips. I like using Lip Therapy from Diskem's home brand. This is their vitamin E one, and it's just like a clear consistency little balm. This just helps make the lips smoother. And while the rest of your face is being applied, this can just soak in. Next, I'm going to go in with a bronzer. This is my MAC matte bronzer. I use a more cool tone bronzer for my skin, and you're just going to go in with an angled brush. Mine is my good old faithful MAC. Get product on and tap off the excess. Okay. I always find that I prefer to do my bronzer after I've powdered my face, just so it avoids blotches, because the bronzer will stick to the wet foundation. Take some and just warm up the rest of my face. Now, normally you put bronzer wherever you would get a natural tan from the sun. So, temples, middle of the forehead, and just under the jawbone. Right. Now, I'm going to go in with a powdered brush. This is the drugstore from Carla. It's just a powder brush, and I'm going to go in with my Essence Mosaic blush in the shade 40, which is the Berry Connection, and swirl it, tap off all the excess, and just lightly on the apples of the cheeks I'm going to apply it. Okay, I just like a soft cheek. Obviously you can go in with more if you would like. Then essentially the last step in my face routine is going with a highlighter, just so I can shine throughout the day. I'm going in with the Essence Light Up Your Face Luminizer palette, and I'm going to mix the shades, the middle shade and the second darkest shade, and just apply that to the face. Always tapping off excess. Okay, I'm going to take the lightest shade, which is the middle, on the tip of my nose and just a little bit down the bridge. And I'm going to take a little bit on the Cupid's bow. And that is my whole face. Now I like this because any eye look can go with it. You can even just throw on some mascara and walk out the house and your makeup is done for the day essentially. You don't need an eyeshadow. You can add a colored balm on top. I like to just nourish my lips because from here I would add my eyeshadow and normally a liquid lipstick to last the whole day. So if you guys enjoyed this, let me know and leave your comments down below. Bye guys!